With Valorant coming out recently, it's come with a lot of difficulties, and if you're new to the game, then it's pretty hard to kind of decipher what character you should be picking up. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly the tier of characters and who you should probably be playing and learning to play. So let's just jump straight into tier 1 of this list. So in tier 1, Brimstone has to be the best person to pick up, and the reason why I say this is because of his abilities. He's got Incinerate, which is to launch grenades around the map that he specifically picks, which gives you so much insight into the game. He's got Stim Beacon, his signature abilities are Smoke, and his Orbital Strike is incredibly powerful. So he has to be number 1 on my list. Now number 2, we've actually got a second runner-up to him, who is going to be Breach. Now Breach is a character that I don't really see being played much online, and I'm not really sure why. He's got Aftershock, he's got Flashpoint, he's got his Fault Lines and his Rolling Thunder. Overall, he provides a lot of vision and utility for his team, which is why we're seeing him being played an awful lot in competitive modes. And obviously what you want to play is for the team. Playing certain champions, which I'm going to go into, just won't really benefit you overall. So he has to be my number 2 best champion. So in number 3 on my tier 1 is Sage. Now Sage is a really popular champion in the game, and I can really see why. She has Slow Orb, which casts out a radiant orb that breaks into slowing field upon impact, which basically slows your enemies and controls really large areas of the map. She's also got Barrier Orb. So Barrier Orb is basically a solid wall which you can use to your advantage and block off whole entrances and exits, leaving you really easily able to take down a point. She's also got Healing Orb, which is obvious because it heals an ally or yourself to full health over just a few seconds. So not only has she got all this map control and vision, she's also got the ability to heal and contain her team. And her ultimate is probably one of the most powerful ultimates in Valorant right now, which is the Resurrection ult. So you target a friendly corpse after a short delay and revive them with full health. She has to be on this list because she is an all-round really good champion to pick up. And to be honest, out of all of these, I really recommend picking up Sage. So next up, we're going to move into our T2. So our number 1 T2 is Cypher. Now Cypher is again a really popular pick, and it's pretty easy to see why. Cypher's got vision beyond vision. He's got so much mobility that he can call out so much. Now some of his highlights for me are his trapwire. So his trapwire is placed between 2 walls and it just destroys enemies if they go through it. But the biggest one is his signature spy cam. His spy cam can be utilized in so many ways. You can see where champions are, where your enemy is, on different locations and angles of the map, and really use that to your advantage. And then he's got his ultimate, which is neutral theft, which is you can extract information from the corpse of an enemy, revealing the location of living allies. So in terms of visual, his ultimate is, and his kit is the most powerful for getting information on where your enemy is. Now, this is going to cause a bit of a stir, but my tier 2, number 2 is Phoenix. Now, I main Phoenix myself, so putting him here in this list was pretty difficult, but there's a reason why. Phoenix is a really good all-around champion. He's got Curveball, he's got Blaze, so not only has he got a wall, he's also got a stun, and overall, he's got a really powerful ultimate where he's basically got 2 lives. But he's such a solo player when you're not playing with a team that you know. So the reason why he's on this list is just because he's not got that all-around vision. He doesn't have a lot to offer to a team as a team role. But in terms of a solo character, he's really powerful. So next up, we have got Raze. Now, Raze, again, is probably one of the biggest damage dealt champions in Valorant. And she's got a good kit to her as well, which basically, the reason why she's in this position on the list and not higher up is because she doesn't offer anything other than just loads and loads of damage. However, I can almost assure you that we're going to be seeing her in every single team comp, just because the damage that she throws out is unbelievable. In fact, her ultimate, which is called the Showstopper, can honestly one-shot a whole team if they are close together, and we actually see this all the time in loads of compilations. Her boom bot, which is equip a boom bot and you fire the deploy, cause it to travel in a straight line on the ground, can be such a useful tool for flushing out enemies which are perhaps around the corner. And also her paint shells, which equip a cluster grenades, are so powerful with the second release of damage that honestly you'd want to put her in the front line just to flush the enemy out, because once she comes around that corner, everyone will be running. So our second or third T2 is Sova. Now Sova, again, has probably the most powerful bolt in terms of vision. His kit is just meant to reveal where the enemy is, and his cross map arrow on his ultimate is beyond powerful. Not only can you flush out the enemy, you can really clear out a space for your team to push forward. But the reason why he's a T2 and not a T1, again, is because of a flaw in his kit, which I believe is his spy cam. His spy cam just doesn't do anything for the team. Yes, it targets them, but it's such a short cooldown and such a short time, it's just not really worth it to be put in the kit. So now we're going to move on to my T3 list. And honestly, it was kind of difficult to put this together because Viper is one of my favorites. But the reason why she has to be here on the list, again, she's a very much solo kit champion. And to be honest, sometimes her kit can actually affect her own team, not just the enemy. She blocks so much vision that it sometimes makes it hard for her own team to actually get into a space. So if used properly, she would be higher up the list. But until we start seeing that in the gameplays, then I'm going to have to keep her on my T3. Although she is very powerful, overall she doesn't provide much team gain. And what we're going to say as our T3, another one is Omen. Now Omen has to be so far down the list, unfortunately, but he does have a really strong kit. Now, obviously he provides his shadow and he provides really good kind of block off points for the enemy, but Brimstone offers that times 100. He can place them so specifically around the map and offer damage dealt that I don't really see the point in Omen. And yes, he's got insane mobility. He can get around the map. He can get behind the enemy line. But in terms of what he offers in the other champions' kits, he has to be down here. So guys, we're going to come up to my least favorite champion and probably the least useful. And it's not going to be a crowd pleaser. And I'm going to have to put Jett as my least favorite. Now, the reason why I'm putting Jett as my least favorite and probably the one I wouldn't use is because personally she offers so much in terms of her own individual kit, but not much in terms of vision, not much in terms of kind of mobility around the map for her team. All it is she's a solo player. Now, if you played Overwatch, I'm sure she's bringing you a lot of kind of If you played Overwatch, I'm sure she's bringing you Genji vibes. And I can see why. She is kind of the ADC of the champions. If you ever play League of Legends, if you want to just go for kills and you want to really be the damage dealt champion, then she is the one for you. However, her cloud burst, where she throws out a cloud of fog that obscures vision, again, we see this 100 times in Brimstone. Her updraft, which is after a brief wind up, propel yourself forwards, is great for mobility, but again offers nothing to your team. And her signature ability, which is Tailwind, immediately dashes forward after a short distance in the direction that you're moving, is great for mobility, is great for avoiding certain ultimates or damage, but again, it offers nothing for your team. And her ultimate, which is Blade Storm, which is arm yourself with several deadly throwing knives that deal moderate damage and kill it on headshots, okay, not body shots, is great for flushing out an enemy. However, the accuracy and skill cap required for set means that she cannot be a T1 on a basic average gamer level, because pro players are going to pick her up and she's going to be great for montages, and she's popular because you can play her as a solo. But as a team and in a pro level, I don't really see her being played an awful lot because she doesn't have anything to offer on her kit that honestly can deal a lot of help to her team. So guys, I hope you agree with some of my points on this video. It was really difficult to put into, and bear in mind, a lot of these champions such as Phoenix and Set, I've put lots of hours, tens of hours into already. so it's hard for me to put them so far down the list. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will see you tomorrow at 3 PM. If you do enjoy my content, think about subscribing. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers really soon, so if you can help me get there, that would be amazing. I'm uploading twice a day just for you guys to keep entertained. But for now, it has been your boy Bitter. Much love everyone, and peace.